Good morning, SC Kids. I am so glad you guys joined us today because we're going to be exploring one of the craziest, fieriest stories in the Bible. But I have a question for you guys first. Have you ever started something that was really hard to stick with? Maybe you joined a sports team and ended up really not liking to go to practice anymore. Maybe you started a giant puzzle that ended up being like 1,000 pieces. Maybe you ordered the largest ice cream cone and you just couldn't finish it. Well, today we're going to be talking about these three friends who made a choice to follow Jesus. And it got really hard. So we're gonna see what happens in that story. But first, we've got games to play. Let's go. Okay, we're going to be playing a game that's very familiar to you. Would you rather? But no. This is the extreme version because whichever one I pick, I have to do right here, right now, on the spot. Here we go. Would you rather eat a carrot covered in ketchup or an apple covered in mustard? Shout it out, think about it, shout out your answer, and then I'll make my choice. Would you rather stick your toothbrush up your nose or in your ear? All right, up the old schnoz.
Is that my toothbrush?
Would you rather put your hand in a bucket of ice for 10 seconds or in chunky mayonnaise for 10 seconds? Would you rather lick the carpet or lick the doorknob? And last but not least, would you rather change a poopy diaper or scrub the toilet? Think about it.
Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon. One day, Nebuchadnezzar made a tall gold statue. His official made an announcement for all the people of Babylon. When you hear music, you must fall down and worship this statue. Anyone who does not obey this rule will be thrown into a fiery furnace. So when the people heard music, they fell down and worshiped the gold statue like the king commanded. But not everyone bowed down and worshiped the statue. 3 friends from Judah, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, refused to bow down to a statue. Some men complained to King Nebuchadnezzar. "You made a rule for all the people," they reminded the king. "But some of the men from Judah do not bow down and worship your statue." This news made King Nebuchadnezzar angry. He called for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. "Is it true that you do not serve my gods or worship the gold statue?" he asked. "If you do not bow down when you hear the music, I will throw you into a fiery furnace. Then what God could rescue you from my power?" The 3 friends answered, "King, the God we serve is able to rescue us from the fiery furnace. He can save us from you. But even if God chooses not to rescue us, we will not serve your gods. We will not bow down and worship the gold statue." King Nebuchadnezzar was even angrier. He made the fire even hotter and told some of his soldiers to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then the soldiers threw the friends into the fiery furnace. Suddenly, King Nebuchadnezzar jumped up. "Didn't we tie up 3 men and throw them into the fire?" "Look!" the king shouted. "I see 4 men walking around in the fire. They aren't tied up, and the 4th man looks like a son of the gods." Nebuchadnezzar quickly went to the door of the furnace. He called out, "Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come here." So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out of the fire. They had not been burnt by the fire at all. Their clothes did not even smell like smoke. Nebuchadnezzar praised God. The God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego sent an angel and rescued his servants. King Nebuchadnezzar made a new law for all the people. Anyone who says anything against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's God will be punished. No other God can save people like this. Then the king gave Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego important jobs in his kingdom. God was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire. Only he could rescue them. God rescues us too, through his Son, Jesus. Only Jesus can save us from our sin. Jesus' sacrifice on the cross provided the way for us to be rescued from sin and have eternal life.
Our buddies here, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, had made a choice to follow God. But it got really, really hard because King Nebuchadnezzar made a giant idol 90 feet tall and told all the people that they needed to bow down to it or they would be thrown into the fiery furnace. And what did Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego do? They said, "No, we made a choice to follow God, even when it's hard, even though everyone else around them was bowing down, and even though they could be thrown into the fiery furnace." Listen to what they said in Daniel 3:18. This is what they said to King Nebuchadnezzar. Here we go. He said, "If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God who we serve is able to save us. He will rescue us from your power, your majesty. But even if he doesn't, we want to make it clear to you that we will never serve your gods or worship the statue that you have set up. And so what happened? They did get put in the fiery furnace. But when Nebuchadnezzar peeked in to see, what did he see? He saw a fourth person in the fiery furnace that we think may have been Jesus. And when they came out, they were not hurt. Their clothes were not burned. They didn't even smell like smoke. And what was King Nebuchadnezzar's reaction? He decided to go and worship God too. Isn't that amazing, you guys? And for us who have chosen to be in friendship with Jesus and to follow him, we can be encouraged to do it even when it gets hard. Because following Jesus isn't always easy. It's going to be costly sometimes. It's not always popular, and it's not always what feels good. But we know, just like in this story, that God promises to be with us and to ultimately rescue us. And who knows, maybe someone who's watching, their heart might be changed. So for our takeaway talk today, whether you're with us in person with your small group or at home with your family, talk about a time that it was really hard for you to follow Jesus. And we can remember that next time that happens, that he is so worth following. Just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego knew that their God is the best and most loving, we can know that too. So we can continue to follow Jesus even when it gets hard.
Soul, I will remember the victories you've won. As trouble comes my way in the darkest of days, I will look to you and lift my voice to say, I will not fear, for you are near. Super strong God, you're right by my side. When things are